Okay, so I've probably done this video 4 or 5 times, so, and I'm not happy with any of them. It's because I've been asked to speak for somebody else, and his way of speaking is different than my way of speaking. So, and that's why he's asking me to do it, because he knows I'm nicer. Ben, thank you. Simon, thank you. All the people that have bought the raffle tickets, thank you. All the people that were on Simon's auction, unbelievable. It was just, all the people that bought pipes, you know, over the weekend from me and stuff. I am almost speechless, you know, and I always say almost because, you know, I've never been speechless. But it was just the outpouring of love and kindness is overwhelming. And as I say that, that's kind of what I wanted to let you guys know too. When you get a stubborn, bald-headed, you know, control freak kind of guy, like, and then he's having trouble communicating, and his phone's dead, and he's at his sister's, and the internet doesn't work, and he's got a splinter in his toe, and he's sick in the head, you know. And, oh, by the way, that's my update on Danny. You know, he's kind of a private guy, and Ben and Simon, I know you guys probably know a little bit more. I'm not really sure what everybody knows, but I ain't telling, other than, this is the only thing that I figure I could say without getting in trouble, is Danny's sick in the head, and we're trying to fix him. But then again, Danny's always been a little sick in the head, and I'm not sure that even if we fix this, we have fixed Danny. I do hang it in there. But Danny's so appreciative of everybody, and he wanted me to thank you, and he's going to thank a couple of you probably personally just as soon as he can. Like I say, he is having a little trouble communicating because, you know, that speech pattern part is kind of off a little bit. But I talk to him all the time, and I talk to him on the phone, and you would be amazed at what he says to me on the telephone, because it auto-corrects. and it's really cute, because you know, you really almost have to read like every 2 or 3 words to really get what it is, because the autocorrect is just horrible on his phone. So here I am talking about all kinds of things, but basically that's what he wanted me to tell you guys, is that he really appreciates everything you're doing, and when he's well, he's going to get you all back. So that kind of scares me just a bit, but he did want me to thank you, and I think that all the people that bought pipes, I am hoping that you all got your little thank you in your box. I tried to include a thank you from him at a, you know, all this was agreed upon beforehand. I put them up at a very reasonable price. They sold. What didn't sell, he said, you know, well, let's just start dispersing it. And so I did disperse some of it, and he's in good shape. I still have a few pipes left. Some of the higher priced pipes, you know, you don't, if you're not looking for that particular type of pipe, then, you know, $80 to $120 is not just something you're going to pop out. You've got to be looking for those pipes. And so we did have some pipes that are still left, and they probably will be, you'll be seeing them again sometime soon. Danny's supposed to be coming up here. He just doesn't know when at this point. It's he's thinking about just hopping up here for a Friday night, you know, flight up here, and then a Sunday night flight out, which will be kind of fun. And thing is his sister will be coming with him too, so it's not just his schedule that he's got to get taken care of. He's got to get his sister's schedule taken care of too, but he might come up without her. We'll see. When he comes up, that's when he's going to do more videos, especially if he comes up pretty quick before his speech pattern's back. You know, he wants to do them so that he can sit here and tell me what to say. I don't know if that's right or not, but so anyway, I just want you to know that he is getting better and stuff, and he wanted me to make this video to thank everybody, and also to say, hey, stop it. He's you know, like say he's kind of that control freak, and I know we have had a great time, you know, supporting him and stuff, but um, he just feels odd. And I'm a girl, you know, for me, you know, someone to say, here's some money, I'd be going, woohoo, you know, and I'd be thinking of what the new pair of shoes I was getting and stuff. But guys are different, and it's not. I keep telling him it's just not always about him. It's also about us, and the fact that we want to show our support for him, and he gets that, you know. It doesn't mean he doesn't argue with me about it, but he gets it. He just, like I say, that's why it was so hard to decide what to call this. I couldn't decide if I wanted to call it, you know, bossy, bald-headed old men, or just a thank you from Danny. I already showed you that. It's just a nice cavalier. I don't know who it is. I don't know. I think at one time, it was, I don't know, its name is Sirocco. So I don't know if that's anything to do with it or not. I name my pipes, and that's what I call them. And in it, I am smoking Ajax. We call it AJs, but there's also an AJ. There's an AJ. So we had to, you know, call it Ajax because we don't want to get in trouble calling it the wrong thing. One of my dad's blends, actually that's the last jar of it, and it's a good thing I'm opening it now because, you know, now that it's this old, it has lost some of its mellowness, and you know, tobaccos age so different, don't they? You just never know what's going to age and at what year it's really right, because even if it was good to age, you know, some 2008 for 10 years, you know, the 2010, the soil different, the water, you know, just all the alkalinities, how it was cured, when it was cured, good summer, bad summer, it all makes a difference in the taste of each of those tobaccos. So it's always fun to get something and say, you know, I thought this was better than it was, or boy, this is really much better than it was. I got some of that numbers, cellaring, and gosh, I hope I live to be about 100, but that way I can use up my cellar. But I'm kind of anxious to see how that ages and stuff. So I bought me like 4 little tins so that in a couple years I can open it, and then in a couple years, and a couple years. I'm hoping it mellows out and stuff. It is better than the, there's not too many women that can say this, but it is better than the Old Baby's Bottom. The Old Baby's Bottom, and this is of course just from, you know, a woman smoking tobacco for years point of view, not necessarily a review or anything. But if you want to do a review, that'd be great, because if you've got some Old Baby's Bottom, I'll share it with you. The Old Baby's Bottom wasn't consistent. Not only in just the flavor, but even in the textures of it. It doesn't seem like their quality control was quite where it should have been on that. But that could have been just a few years, you know, that I didn't like it. And I still cellared some, and then I've long since used that up. But it was like they didn't really pick out the veins good enough, or I don't know how to explain it, but then I really do prefer a ribbon cut, you know, so. Happy, joy. Gosh, I had a notepad in there while I was talking to Danny that had, you know, people's names on it and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, but he, you know, in the end, he used those words, you know, well, you know, you just go do it any way you want, I don't care. So it's like, okay, but really, guys, I just can't really tell you, you know, I know how much he appreciates you guys, and I know how touched he is by this, and I think you guys are great. You know, I've always thought the community, YTPC community, was great. You know, I've lost some good friends in here, not just from, um, not just like Pat and stuff, but also, you know, friends that are no longer on YouTube because they've carried on with other parts of their lives, and that's wonderful. I mean, I'm not uh, grudging them that, but it is kind of, you know, sad when you don't see them as, you know, every week or something. So we miss those we don't see, and we're not seeing Danny for a while. But I'm going to get him back up here and get him on the air, even if I have to hold him by his ear to make him do it. You know me, it, I just get irritated. And you know what? I am going to have to edit this tape. I'm going to have to edit this thing to hell, aren't I? All right. Now, where were we? I did the whiny part about, you know, Danny's being whiny about it, and he hadn't got control, and so he doesn't like it. And then I tell him, too bad, suck it up, big boy, and just, you know, take it that people like you whether you want to or not. And let's see, I think I did that part. I thanked Ben, thank you. Simon, unbelievable. That was so fun to watch. I think pretty neat. You guys, you are so ingenious in some of the ways that you come up to help people in the YTPC. And I think, you know, the longer I'm here, the more I like you. And you can't say that about a lot of people. So that part's going to have to be cut out too. Ah, gosh. So should I start all over again? Danny says thank you. I say thank you. Pipe sales were great. Raffle unbelievable. Simon, a miracle in the making across the pond there. Because I don't know why they call it across the pond, because that's a really big pond. But thank you, Simon. You know, can't express how his gratitude to you. To know that things are out of your control, and you just have to accept that. So he is accepting it, but he keeps saying he's going to get you back when he's well. So this will be fun. You have a good day. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I might have said it already a couple of times in here. This time I think I really mean it. I know there's something I'm forgetting because, let's say, I left a list back in the other room. Oh, I'm doing a giveaway. Mail Danny with later on when Danny's feeling better, you know. There's also, I say Ben's raffle is still going. It's going till the 15th, and thank you guys. Happy, happy, joy, joy. This time I really do mean it.